Hi, good morning, Callie. Good morning, Mom. It's so good to see y'all this morning. Can y'all hear me okay? Okay, perfect. How are we doing? That's great to hear. I'm so glad that you had a great weekend. And I'm glad you're here and able to join us today. Before we get started, there will be a craft that we're doing today. I just want to set us up by discussing how this will benefit Callie. So our main focus today is working with both hands to ensure we get that non-dominant hand as a support. My job as an occupational therapist is to help her build independence and strengthen her hands to be able to do things like dress herself, play, draw or color in school, and do fun crafts like this one. So it won't always be perfect, but again, that's what I'm here for. So are we ready to start? Great, that sounds good. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to do a quick safety check with you, Mom, and supply check. So is Callie sitting in a supportive chair? Great. Is her feet like on a footrest or like flat on the ground? Yes, okay, good. And then she's like all secure in the chair? Great, sounds good. We need her all secure to make sure that she can, use her arms, but I'm sure you know that. And then another safety thing I would mention is just like the pasta and the little pieces of beads. We need to make sure that she's not popping them in her mouth and swallowing them. We don't need her choking here. And so for the craft, our supplies we'll need Play-Doh, pasta, and beads. Mom, do we have all those supplies ready? Okay, great. Awesome. So our main goal today is to use both hands as much as possible to shape the dough. We'll just have her do that. We'll explain that in a second. And then when we get to molding the base, she will use her left hand, or when we're done molding the base, she will use her left hand to stabilize the dough while she's placing the pasta and the beads in the dough. Okay, so I will show a finished picture of what the craft looks like. These are just some ideas. So when we finish, this is what it'll look like. So you just simply place the pasta into the Play-Doh. So now it's time for you to make your own. Callie, we're gonna take the Play-Doh. So Mom, just go ahead and give her the Play-Doh and give it to her right hand first. Okay, great. So we're gonna use the Play-Doh real quick to just warm up our hand. So you're gonna take it in your hand and you're just gonna squeeze it 3 times. So ready? I'll count with you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. All right, so Mom, we're probably gonna need some support on this next hand. So we're gonna switch over to the left hand. And again, we're gonna do it on the count of 3. But for you, Mom, if you can feel that she's trying to put in some effort but just can't quite do it, go ahead and help her out. So you can just do this like that. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that we're all warmed up, we're gonna go ahead and start making the base. So, Mom, if you could just roll that ball in a sphere real quick while I explain it. We are going to take the Play-Doh, put it on the table, and just like flatten it out. But what we're gonna do is you can make it like a dome shape like this, or you can flatten it, but make sure that it's thick enough to where it can support your pasta. So just go ahead and push it down, Callie. Okay, that looks good. Now let's try and use both hands on this. Okay, it looks good. Good job. Okay, now that we see our base, it looks really good. We are going to grab the pasta and the beads, okay? So before we do that real quick, we're just gonna, when you grab the pasta, do it with your right hand, and then you're gonna stabilize the Play-Doh with your left hand, okay? Okay. Let's see you stabilize that hand. Perfect, okay. All right, so can you just explain to me what you're supposed to be doing with your hands while you're doing this craft? Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, go ahead and grab that pasta real quick with your right hand. Good choice. I like the penne. Okay, now stick it in the Play-Doh, but make sure you're using that left hand. Good job. Okay, let's add some more. Go ahead. Let's try a bead this time. Okay, that looks really good. Okay, let's add at least 3 more pieces, okay? And Mom, I see her wrist is starting to like kind of go like this, so just flatten her hand out, please. Thank you, Mom. Okay, 2 more pieces, Callie. Okay, great. Mom, fix that wrist again. When she concentrates real hard, it seems to just, yeah, that looks great. Good job. One more time. Okay, that's awesome. You did so good, Callie. Okay, you have built such a beautiful reef, and I am so glad you worked so hard with those hand muscles. How do they feel? Are they feeling okay? Yeah, that's to be expected. It was kind of tensing up, so maybe just give it a rest for a little bit after we're done with today, if you're able to. All right, Callie, you showed me how you can work those little hand muscles and stabilize the Play-Doh with your left hand, and then pick up those small objects and place them in the Play-Doh. Mom, I noticed that she did really well with her left hand in that process, though we did require a few cues to fix it, but even when we did, she still fixed it and it was great. Okay, Callie, so it's a grand reveal time. Let's see your craft. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'm so glad you had so much fun. I had a lot of fun. And it's so glad to see y'all this week. I will see y'all next week. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Are there any questions today? No? Okay, perfect. Bye, Callie. Bye, Mom. Have a good one.